Welcome to another edition of the EFL Fantasy Football Podcast. As you already know, it's your boy Trav Trill, Sleazy T, a.k.a. Chizzy, with the big glizzy. You hear what I'm saying? Here with the commish, Elias. Another week in the books. You already know what we're going to do. We're going to go over this week's matchups. We're going to go over the standings, our segments, Cleo time, ballers on the bench. That is, if we have ballers on the bench. But you guys got to stay tuned to find out. Let's get it.
Welcome to another episode of the EFL Fantasy Football Podcast. And you already know I'm the commish, and that's the kabitch. What's going on, Trav? How Virginia, man?
The champ.
I'm not. We just gonna skip right over one game. We're gonna do 5-game recap. The 6th game we're not gonna talk about.
Why?
How was your football weekend? How football treated you?
Football treated me good and bad. I won in fantasy. Actually smoked my opponent this week, but my damn Raiders lost. And they lost in horrible fashion. Horrible fashion.
You guys were shellacking the Cardinals. And then Kyler little badass Murray. I swear to God, he runs like a badass kid. Yo. I swear to God. I always said it.
I call him Boss Baby.
Man turned it up, took out of overtime, and then I lost in overtime because Hunter Renfrow, right? Third and Renfrow.
Yeah, but it's not his. He was concussed. He had a concussion.
After the first fumble?
No, but the first fumble we got it back. With the second fumble, that's when he got the concussion.
All right, well, you talk about you winning in fantasy and then your Raiders losing. For me, it's the opposite. I lost in fantasy, but as you can see, I know Drew don't want to see this. You feel me? What my man did, he threw the touchdown, he was like this, but my Eagles smoked the fucking Minnesota Vikings. That's why Drew's team name is Rodgers is my daddy.
Rodgers is my daddy. That picture is funny as hell.
It was man hard to try to crop Drew's head and put it on a normal sized body.
They said that when you cropped his head, the picture got heavier.
the file size increased. Well, we're about to go right into the first matchup of the week. Speaking about Rodgers is my daddy. First matchup, we got the number 1 ranked team in the league as of now, Humanips Pat going up against Drew. Pat, 2 weeks in a row, your man putting up the most points in the league. Pat smoked Drew. Smoked him. He almost dropped a 100-piece.
Pat's numbers is when he goes out to dinner by himself. That's the check right there, $190.
Yo, 190-30 to Drew's 98-30. Yo, almost 100-piece, man. Beat him by 92 points.
Yo, how did we allow him to draft Stephon Diggs and Cooper Kupp? Is our fault, yo.
Let's go over the winning team's roster real quick. We got Lamar Action Jackson, 50.80. James Conner, 7.1. Saquon, 11.8. Stephon fucking Diggs. You know what? Call him Mr. Diggs, because that's what he's just shitting on people. 44.8 points. Cooper Kupp, the whitest white boy receiver ever known to man. Your man got blonde hair, blue eyes, like 31.8 points, killing them.
Yo, Cooper Kupp and Stephon Diggs combined had more than this nigga's whole than Drew's whole team.
Killing them. Then Gerald Everett in the tight end position, 13.1. Jahan Dotson, Patrick Steele in the waivers, 17.9 in his flex position. Ryan Suckup, 10 even. Pittsburgh defense, 3 points. I know he was hoping Pittsburgh would have put what they did in week 1 against the Bengals. So I can see why he added him and put him on his roster. Yo, but listen to this. If your man started Amari Cooper instead of Jahan Dotson, who Jahan Dotson balled out, Patrick would have scored over 200 points.
That's
Crazy.
That's crazy.
But if we're going to go over to Drew's side, I know the last time Drew saw 98 on the scales when he was like 3.
That's fucked up.
We got the GOAT, Tom Brady, 12.3 points. Your boy Josh Jacobs, 9.1. Clyde Edwards, Hilaire, 15.8. Brandon Cooks, 9.4. Justin Jefferson, Darius Slay had him on fucking lock.
Put clamps on.
Yo, Darius Slay should have walked out of there with 5 picks. That's all I'm saying. Justin Jefferson, 10.8. Travis Kelce, 10.1. James Robinson and his flex with 15.8. Greg Joseph, 1 point because he only had that one extra point on the only touchdown we allowed. And the 49ers defense with 14 points. There's nothing Drew could have done. There's nothing.
No, it just his week. It just wasn't his week at all.
Like, even if you put Carson Wentz in and take out Tom Brady, who's gonna bench Tom Brady for Wentz? Let's be real.
Yeah, it just wasn't your. It's okay.
It wasn't. Like, your man Pat putting a beating on people. Destroyed Brian.
He beat the pants off of Drew.
Shout outs to the recap.
Oh my God.
He beat the shit out of Drew. He beat the shit out of Brian. And who's Pat playing? Who's in the division? Oh, this week he plays Eddie. He's probably gonna beat the shit out of Eddie.
Eddie team weak. That's a team we all can't wait to play.
That's a bye week Eddie. Just give us the dub, yo. Who's the next? Who's the next?
We went from number 1 to number 2. Alex versus Jalen. Alex beat Jalen 166.7 to 149.15. 0-2 now. Let's go over Jalen's team. Jalen Hurts gave him 34.35. Darrell Henderson with 10.7. Najee Harris with 13.9. Tyreek Hill with 42 points flat. Mike Thomas, if you're friends with him, 18.5. My ball, Zach Ertz with 15.5. Robbie the Bum Anderson, I don't care what nobody says, he's trash, 4.2. Matt Gay gave Jalen 6 points. And the Browns defense gave Jalen 4 points. Jalen 49.15. Let's go over the number 2 ranked team, Alex A-Raj, a.k.a. Drew Daddy.
Drew's Daddy. Papa Rogers.
Leonard Fournette with 9.4. Christian McCaffrey with 16.8. Cortland Sutton with 19.7. Jalen Waddle balled out 40.1. Mark Andrews with 25.7. Jay Moore with 13.3. Eric McPherson with 13 flat in the Broncos defense with 9 points. Alex beats Jalen to go 2-0, man. Him and Pat are neck and shoulders, you know?
Yeah, because you can't say neck and neck.
Can't say neck and neck. But Jalen, get your shit together.
I know this would have been a lot worse if Jalen didn't have the performance that Jalen Hurts did on Monday night. Jalen Hurts balled out. The best game I've ever seen Jalen Hurts play in his life. That's why I'm wearing his jersey. Like, I gotta support my boy. Like T.O. said, that's my quarterback.
My teammate. I'm sick of you with the Eagles. We know you're an Eagles fan, man. Every time an Eagle pops up, just shut up, please.
Look, all I know is I might have to convert and be Buddhist. Because clearly...
You said convert to what?
To being a Buddhist.
Oh, that's what you want to convert to?
Because clearly, it's working for Alex. He's rubbing Buddha's stomach, or I don't know what he's doing, but 2-0, he's showing us why he had the laptop, the pencil, the paper, the headset.
in like a strength and conditioning coach. I was like, yeah, Homer knees.
I'm about to run a lap before the draft.
Yeah, man, bugging out.
We're about to go to the closest matchup of last week, week 2. We got with the humble brag, Jeff last place going up against Kevin, who changed your fucking name, bro. Like it can't just be Kevin, like Mateo Aldeo something. Come on. But we got Jeff being Kevin 124.45 to 122.90. Now, this is where it hurts. Before we get into the breakdown of the teams, Kevin lost by 1 point something points, and his defense gave him -4 points. Like, come on, not even 0 from the defense. But we got on Jeff's side, we got Patrick Mahomes, 22.65 points. Evan Ingram, 6.3. Damian Harris, 16.7. T. Higgins, 19.1. CD Lamb, who I just traded him to Jeff, before week 2, 15.1. Darren Waller, 17 even. Chase Edmonds, another acquisition that Jeff got from me, 5.1. I don't even know. I got to click his name to be honest. Katie York.
Yeah, I never heard of him.
Welcome to New York City. We got 4.5. And the Bills defense with a solid 18. Yo, the Bills are scoring more than the quarterbacks this year.
That's crazy, man.
Now on Kevin's side, tough outing.
Yo,
Justin Herbert
played good, my guy. This would have been different.
Justin Herbert, 30.8 points with injured ribs and all that. J.D. McKissick, 13.3. Jonathan Taylor, 7.3. Robert Woods, 7.9. Rookie receiver, 24.6. Shout outs to Drake London, USC rookie. Dallas Goedert, 13.2. Rashard Bateman, 20.8 points at his flex. Mason Crosby, future Hall of Famer with 9 points. And as I mentioned, Dolphins defense, -4 points. Put it like this. If Kevin sat his defense, he would have won.
Yo, this has to hurt Kevin. This has to hurt him. This pissed me off.
I would have cried myself to sleep if my defense gave me -4 points and they cost me the game.
Yeah.
I just don't. Yo, and then you look at Kevin's bench. There's nothing he could have done either. So
it just wasn't. It just went through. It just week, bro.
Jeff squeaks out a week 2 win by less than a point. Like I can't. I'm hurting for you, Kev. I got a shoulder for you to cry on if you need it.
Nah, that's collusion, Joe. Yo, let's get to the next matchup. We got Hurt for Prez, Brian versus, this is embarrassing, Eddie, Silence of the CD Lamps. Brian smoked Eddie 152.15 to 78.05. Eddie, this is embarrassing. You should have put the rice down and focus on your roster. Let's go over
the hashtag put the rice down.
Voted to the JV league, my guy.
Oh, that's big facts. He's about to be playing in the league with his boy Yams.
Gambling. But yo, let's talk about Eddie's bum ass team. He got Kirk Cousins, gave him 11.85. Joe Mixon gave him 11.30. Javonte Williams gave Eddie 9.5. Jarvis Landry gave him 6.5. Judge Judy gave him 2.2. Dawson Knox gave him 8.1. David Montgomery, hold on, my My thing messing up. Give me a second. David Montgomery gave him 15.6. Tyler Bass gave him 12 points, and the Chargers defense gave him 1 point.
Yeah.
Remember, you start 10. That sucks. Still would have never done anything because Eddie's team is atrocious.
It's fucking
Let's
terrible.
Let's go over the former champ Brian, 152.15. His first pick, Josh Allen, gave him 39.85. Melvin Gordon gave him 6.3. AJ Dillon gave him 7.7. His running backs is weak. Mike Williams gave him 25.3.
Before you go any further, hold on. Before you go any further, you said his running backs are weak like Comrade's calves?
I didn't say that, but yes. We call Comrade Christian McCaffless. But where was I? Mike Williams, 25.3. Debo Samuel with 14.7. Pat Fairmouth with 12.2.
Fryermuth, bro. Fryermuth.
That's what I said.
You said Fairmouth.
I said Fairmouth, whatever his fucking name. Fairmouth, whatever. Mike Suspended Evans gave him 9.1. Big trust. Justin Tucker, best kicker in the league behind Daniel Carlson, gave him 10 points flat. And the Bucks defense balled out with 27 points. Brian beats the brakes off Eddie. 152 to 87.05. Eddie 0-2. Brian 1-1. Eddie, get your shit together.
Yo, all I know is defenses are scoring like crazy this year. If you got a solid defense, they're putting up numbers.
That's what they call me, Solid D, you know?
Yo, we're not gonna even go there, bro. Like, chill the fuck out. This ain't that kind of podcast. Yeah. Say that shit for the bedroom. But we're gonna go to the rookie.
Yo, Conrad about to be rookie of the year, bro.
He's competing with Alex because Chris ain't in it. I can tell you that much.
And it playing like that.
Chris ain't in it. So Comrade, as we mentioned, rookie to fantasy, not just the EFL fantasy period. Comrade puts up 103.05 to Chris's 64.95.
Let's say this. 64.95 is what your roster looks like when you forget to set your lineup. This is embarrassing.
And the problem is he set his lineup.
This is embarrassing.
We're gonna go over the Savages side. Comrade, his QB1, Mr. Badass, Kyler Murray, Boss Baby, whatever the hell you want, Baby Kid, the Catch Me If You Can, I'm the Gingerbread Man, like we heard on Hard Knocks, whatever you want to call him. 29.65 points. Dalvin Cook, 7.6. Austin Eckler, 18.4 points, which I'm not sure what's going on with the Chargers, but I don't feel like they're using Austin Eckler right this year. But whatever.
I hope it stays that way, to be honest.
Corey Davis, who Comrade, shout outs to you, bro. You changing, you focus, you watching the reports, you switching in your lineup. 16.3 points. Now, the ultimate disrespectful move you can do to your opponent when you already know you shellacking them. You could be like, you know what? This guy is injured. I'm going to leave him in. Left Gabe Davis.
You cocky bastard.
Left Gabe Davis. He was injured. He didn't put up no points on Monday night against Tennessee. Tyler Higbee, 14.1. DK Metcalf, 7.5. Nick Folk, 1.5. And the Cowboys defense with 8 points. You know, they shitted on. I know it's a 3-point win, but the Cowboys manhandled Cincinnati that game. Like, they manhandle him. Now we're gonna go to Mr. 64.95. I don't even want to go over this roster. Like this is bad. So we got.
Have you talked to him lately?
Hold on, wait. I don't have a. Oh wait, hold on. I do. Hold on. We got Mr. Broncos Country. Let's ride. with
That's right.
14.25. Michael Carter with 10 even. Damian Pierce 8.7. Terry McLaurin with 12.2. Jamar Chase 10.8. Kyle Underarm Pitts with 3.9. Cordero Patterson 4.1. Matt Prater 1. And another shitty defense. The Colts with 0. Like
Colts. What's good with the Colts this year, man?
everybody thought they were going to be a favorite in the AFC. Adding Matt Ryan because people disrespect my boy Carson Wentz. Like Carson Wentz wasn't the second overall pick, but we're not gonna get into Carson right now. But Chris, I don't know what you could have done better. I don't. Maybe you put Garrett Wilson in your flex, and you lose more respectable. You still lose, but it's more respectable.
It's crazy, man.
I know exactly what it is. I'm gonna tell you right now. Chris is too busy delivering tips and probably eating the rest of his inventory and not setting his lineup or not drafting correct. I don't know what is it. I don't know. But that was all the matchups this week.
No, excuse you.
What happened?
We didn't talk about me smoking you.
Oh, wait a minute. Whoa, my connection.
Yeah, you such a hater. This is crazy. I'm going over this. We got my team smoking the commission.
You won, I lost. That's it. We don't need to get into details.
No, listen, let me just say this. Every time I play you, for the most part, I beat you. I have your number.
Obviously,
I beat
call each other.
154.1 to 1, Mr. 112.
Yo, at least I'm consistent. At least I'm consistent with the 112.
Yo, let me tell you something. I beat the brakes off of you, bro. Let me go over the losing side. I know this hurts you, Joe Burrow.
Can I go over my own team?
Go over your own team. Go over your team. I'll go over mine.
All right. I thought I solved my quarterback situation, and I traded for Joey B, Joey Cool, whatever the hell you want to call him, Joe Shiesty.
The trade again?
I got Joe Burrow, Tony Pollard, and CeeDee Lamb, and I traded away Jameis Winston, David Montgomery, and Hollywood Brown. Wow. I'm thinking Joe Burrow gonna eat. He gonna kill Dallas. Your man only put up 13.55. Okay, it's all right. It's okay. This is the disappointing right here. The king himself, right? Derrick Henry, who walks out of bed and gets 5 yards. 8.5 points. And listen, I know he played the Bills defense, and the Bills defense is tough. But my thing is, I'm laying this out now for the podcast. If Derrick Henry disappoints me week 3, he's on the block if the price is right.
Yeah, okay. I don't believe that.
I'm letting you know. 8.5 points. Your boy, Eagle starting running back, Miles Sanders, 11.6. Your boy, who fucked me over.
Oh, pause.
Yo, it sucks. I had a hiccup midway. Yeah, Devontae Adams, who his grandma never seen him play. I'm thinking he gonna ball out for grandmama. 9.2 points. Come on. Between Derrick Henry and Devontae Adams, you can't even give me 18 points combined. This is embarrassing. The only bright spot on my roster, the sun god himself, Mr. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 39.4.
My man said ramen.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with a little chicken, beef, shrimp flavor ramen. We all know that. The only person who probably never ate ramen, I'm gonna keep it official with you, is probably Jeff.
Really?
Come on. I would say Chris, but Chris is big, so he probably ate a couple packs. You know what? Drew was right. Call me Krispy Kreme, because that's what Hunter Henry did. It just gave out a donut. How you the starting tight end and you? Oh, come on. You know what? Whatever. Devontae Smith, new addition on the roster, who I accidentally put in my starting lineup. I meant to put Christian Kirk, but it would have never did anything anyway. Devontae Smith, 15 points. Young Ho Koo, only 2 points. And the Eagles defense with 13. Man, that's it. I got nothing else to say. Go ahead. Go take it over.
Well, let's go over the champs team. Mr. DC, he gave me 24.5. Yo, my running back solid. Aaron Jones, 32 even. Antonio Gibson, 12.1. AJ Brown, 11.9. Damn. Deontay Johnson gave me 13.7. TJ Hawkinson, 5.6. The number one ranked running back in the league, Mr. Nick Chubb, 32.3. The best kicker in the league, Daniel Carlson, with 12. And the Rams defense, they kept that 10-piece. I smoked the commish like always. Nothing new. I knew, like, every time I play Elias, I'm always thinking about next week. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I got Elias.
All right, look. I hope when I see you later on in the year, we're both competing for a playoff spot. Because I don't want to spoil your fucking season, bro.
I doubt that will happen, but, you know, like I said, I'm a repeat, man. I'm gonna do everything in my power. I even made trades to repeat, and I didn't, like, you know, I feel like the trades were solid. So let's see how it happens.
We're gonna go over the trades, you know, that's gonna lead into week 3 set of games. But hey, you spanked me. Well, what can I do? Except, you know what? As Booker T said, Jeff, I'm coming for you. Yo, it's not a good feeling being 0-2. It's not.
I mean, I really wouldn't know, so I can't speak on that.
Okay.
You know?
Okay. Let's not bring up the past where you only won one game in fantasy one year. Let's not do that.
I don't know. I don't recall that. Is that in the record books?
I will bring it up and I will show it to the league on the next episode since you want to be.
I never won one game. I won, like, I think the least I won was like 2.
2. All right, my fault. Brian won 1. But you know what? So right now, Jalen 0-2. I'm 0-2. Chris 0-2. Eddie 0-2. It's a fucking shame. Shout outs to the winners: Trav, Brian, Comrade, Alex, Jeff, and Patrick. And as always, if I didn't call your name, go back to the drawing board. That includes myself. But I'm a lot better than the losers. Even though I'm 0-2, my team is a lot better. But go back to the drawing board, make these X's and O's, do what you got to do, because we are fucking trash.
So you say I'm 0-2, but I'm a good 0-2?
Oh yeah, my 0-2 is respectable. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
You know what's crazy?
Yeah.
And it kind of sucks because we don't have our favorite segment this week.
There's no ballers on the bench.
For the first time ever in EFL's illustrious 13 episode career, we got no ballers on the bench.
No ballers on the bench, man.
Like, I feel like the podcast could be over right now. Like, what else is there to talk about? No ballers on the bench. I'm not going over Cleo time because you smoked me in that also.
Yeah.
But
no.
Let's go over Cleo time, because you know what?
The EFL Fantasy Football Podcast brings to you the return of Cleo time. Welcome back, Miss Cleo.
Thank you, sugar. Me back for another year of Cleo time where the predictions are real and the consequences are even realer. Let's get started.
Cleo time, because you know what? You know, this is something for the people. As you know, Cleo time, we got three things on the line, which is naming each other's team name. The loser gives up 20 waiver dollars to the winner, and the fun one, the winner gets to draft the 3rd and 5th round for the loser. So, Trav, you are leading in crystal balls right now, 3-2. You went 3-0 in your Cleo time this week. Now, do you even remember your own Cleo time?
No, I don't. I really don't. Yo,
All right. So,
honest,
as
yo,
listen, as a great host that I am, I know my Cleo time and your Cleo time. So your Cleo time, since you went 3 for 3, you said, shit. What did you say? Oh, you said you was gonna smoke me by 15 points or more. Check. You said that Derek Carr would outperform Joe Burrow. Check. And then you said Patrick would be the highest scoring team 2 weeks in a row.
yo, come on, man.
Bitch fucking picks. That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Ow.
Listen,
Yo,
I said
people in the league, and I predicted who was gonna have the highest score.
listen, I said that Derrick Henry was gonna outscore Aaron Jones and Gibson combined.
Great. You crazy, not even close. He ain't even outscored neither one of them.
He didn't even outscore me. What you talking about? I said Mike Williams was gonna get 2 touchdowns this week without Keenan Allen. He balled out, got 1 touchdown. So, and then the only one. Thank you, Comrade. I said Comrade was gonna go 2-0. So shout outs to Comrade for
easy one.
Ranking Chris.
That was an easy one.
What? Come on.
That was Comrade had momentum. Chris, not so much. Chris, wasn't he the 12th team? Come on, bro. That was easy.
So,
you didn't deserve.
My Cleo time predictions for this week. And we sent it to each other because this is gonna be posted after Thursday night's games.
So, did you write my Cleo times down?
Come on, what kind of host would I be if I did it?
Good, because I honestly forgot them.
All right.
Sorry,
So
I'll be solid.
You said Patrick Mahomes will score 100 points.
Nah, now you fucking lying.
All right. So both of our first Cleo time prediction revolves around Joe Burrow. You said he'll score 30 points or more. I said my man going for 3 tutties, yo. He's going against the Jets. He's pissed. 3 tutties for Joe B. I'm telling you right now. Cleo time number 2 for you. You said Nick Chubb will score 2 TDs. All right. We already know how that one played out.
Yeah.
So we already know you no spoiler alert.
Okay.
My second prediction, Devontae Adams, highest scoring wide receiver this week.
Yo, I hope you're right.
Number 3, you said Mr. 0-2 himself, put down the rice, will upset Patrick.
I don't know why I said that one.
I don't know either, but I'll take it. Now, this is probably going to be my weakest prediction, but because I'm 0-2 and because I have faith in my team and my roster and myself as a GM, as an owner, as the fucking commissioner, I'm getting my first win this week.
Who are you against Jeff?
I go against Jeff.
Oh, Jeff is the first team in history that traded away everybody he drafted.
Bro, this is a perfect way to lead into the trades. So, Jeff started. I think the only person he has on his team left from the original draft is Aaron Rodgers, and he got him back from a trade because he already had traded him.
Yo, Jeff is crazy.
I'm calling collusion right now. I'm calling it with Jeff and Alex. I don't know what it is. I think they fell in love at the draft barbecue. I have no fucking idea. They must have looked in each other's eyes and felt something. We've had nine total trades this year. 9. 3 are between those two. A third of the league's trades are involve Jeff and Alex.
That's crazy.
Unacceptable, guys. So you know what? All those trades you guys did, send them back. Send them back. So, Jeff, let me scroll down. Let me find, because Jeff trades away Patrick Mahomes and Alan Lazard for Aaron Rodgers and Jalen Waddle. I actually like that trade for Jeff, though.
Yeah, that was a good trade.
I really, Jeff, you might be fucking GM of the year, man.
What?
Listen. From what I compared his roster at the beginning and look at his roster from the beginning to now, and you tell me if Jeff is now in contention of GM of the year.
It's only week 3. You know what I call with that statement? You know what I call collusion. Why would you even say he'd be GM of the – if he wins GM of the year, collusion now.
Obviously, that goes up to the voting of the league. But Jeff also – you want to talk about collusion? Hold on. You want to talk about collusion? You trade A.J. Brown for Darren Waller and T. Higgins?
First of all, Jeff –
First of all, it's collusion.
Jeff hit me up with that trade.
Collusion.
I got a good tight end, which I needed.
Hey, yo.
Got a good tight end. And then
and now you got a good wide receiver? Yo, you wild, bro.
I traded away my best receiver. You know?
Collusion. That's all I'm saying.
Hate.
It's unacceptable.
Hate is tearing apart the world.
It's unacceptable. It's I can't believe I, as the commissioner, am allowing these lopsided trades. Like, you know what? This all stems back to last year where you and Jeff colluded. And that's why a certain player is no longer with us.
I don't know who you're talking about, but who won that trade in your opinion?
Right now, on paper, depending on how it plays out, obviously, I think you won because you fill a need in tight end. Right, Hawkinson, he's a good tight end, but he really wasn't cutting it so far in 2 weeks. And you got a receiver, T. Higgins, who the only problem I got with Bengals receivers is there's 3 good ones, and each week any of them can go off.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a little tough because you might start T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd and Jamar Chase might go off, or you might start T. Higgins and T. Higgins goes off. So that's the risk you get when you get a Bengals receiver. But I like the trade for both of y'all, man. Now Jeff has Aaron Rodgers, Damian Harris as his running back. I can't remember who's his RB2. And then he has Jalen Waddle and A.J. Brown as his receivers. Jeff started the season with no receivers. That was his weakest point. So
yeah, man.
You guys are moving. I
think Singletary.
No, he just picked up Singletary. Obviously, Jeff dropped $35 for Singletary. It's only week 3, and I think Jeff has $50. And of course, this fat ass is always eating on the podcast. He had cheese fries one time. He had the double cup styrofoam. Now your man got McDonald's cold ass fries. You know them shit stale.
These is homemade fries.
Yeah. Them shit is Mickey D's.
What you have, rice?
Actually, I didn't. I had a nice chicken noodle soup.
Chicken noodle soup?
With a soda on the side, bro. What you mean?
That's what you eat the day before payday.
It was Progresso.
What you sick?
Nah. The only thing I'm sick about is losing to your bum ass. But we about to take a quick break, and we about to have a special guest on the pod. So stay tuned to figure who that is. Spoiler alert. Oops.
Oh, what the hell?
Yo, unfortunately, Travis Girl said he couldn't join the guest part of the show. And so we're going to do this alone. Pat, welcome to the EFL podcast. You know, you my boy, you my brother, bro. How you been, man? How Atlanta treating you?
I've been chilling, beloved. What's the word with you, man?
You know, as we mentioned, you said I got the baldy on top of the baldy. Like that was off. That was off camera. I got the drop top. I got the Uncle Phil. I got the Ginobili. Like, what else, man?
The Ginobili Melabili. Yo, I ain't on front though. It looked like you got hair with the Eagles feathers in the back.
You know, I got a little bit. I got little stubbles. You know what I mean? But hey, it is what it is, man. It's been a long week. I haven't got to check. You know what? I'm gonna shave today as soon as we over. That's it. I ain't dealing with this shit.
Yeah, don't look stressed out like you did week 1 and 2.
And this has been the guest part of the show. How about y'all ladies?
Yo, I'm gonna be honest with you. Look, can I be real with you?
Go ahead, bro.
I love you, bro, but I hate your goddamn background. Like, I just hate it.
What you mean, yo? You and Trav be hating on my shit, yo.
I honestly just want to cook an eagle and feed it to my dogs.
Oh, I thought you was gonna say cookie eagle and feed it to Drew or Chris or whoever else is hefty.
I don't think Drew should intake anymore for the rest of the years. He has this.
Drew's probably sleeping because Papa Rogers said it's past his bedtime.
Okay. I understand. I understand.
So
before we continue, how you getting ready for tomorrow, man? These games.
No. Hold on. This part is about you, okay? This is not about me. What? You're the guest of honor here. So let me ask you first foremost, how did you feel about your team at draft day, and how you feel about your team now?
Man, like I've been telling you behind the scenes since week 1. I feel amazing about my team. I have a few holes missing. Hey, quiet. My apologies. But I had a few holes missing. I kind of figured them out a little bit, but I told you, man, I got confidence in my team. Every week, I'm going to be the highest scoring team. I guarantee that.
I can't even argue that because back-to-back weeks, you putting numbers on the board, man.
I've been doing this since I started. I've been doing this since the beginning of the time.
You almost hit Drew with 100 piece. Almost.
Almost a 200 piece or 200 piece.
No. I'm saying you almost beat him by 100.
Oh, yes.
You was 8 points shy.
98 points. What was it? 92 points? I had 192? Or was it 198?
No, it was 92 points.
92. So I was 8 points away. Bad. Yo, you know what? I thought I was going to hit the 200 so I could get some more neck. You feel me? Because y'all be playing. Look,
I see. Okay, dude got the rotation. I see.
Look, and I got the neck tattoo. Y'all gonna stop playing with me.
That looked more like a shoulder back piece.
It's my traps. My traps got a lot of fat on it, so it looked like I ain't got no neck.
No, but yo, what was your strategy going into the draft? Obviously, you couldn't make it. We had a hell of a time for the guys that did come, and like me, we was all there. We all family joking and shit. You, I think, benefited not being there because we were all laughing, chilling, joking. That it fucked me up because I didn't realize all the quarterbacks were gone. I got stuck with Trey Lance. So you being away had to help because think about it. We let Stephon Diggs and Cooper Kupp fall to you. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm gonna be honest. I normally don't draft 7th. I normally draft between 6th and 4th. So I went into it with the mentality of, can I continue to draft like I normally do every year? And y'all know me. I don't stretch for quarterbacks in the first 5 rounds. If I pick my quarterback early, it will be the 5th round. But I was just like, I might as well continue the way I'm going. Once Brian picked his pick, it was over with. I knew what it was. I'm like, I'm gonna go back to my regular traditional way of drafting. Started with my running backs, went to my receivers, went back to my running backs, my tight end. I have a system in place. Have a very, very great system in place. It's just every year somehow I get either riddled by injuries or I get cheated because of the points system. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. I'm gonna clear that up. It's not your fault.
Because I know this is something you're never gonna let go. And for those that don't know, it was like maybe 3 years, 4 years ago.
About 4 years ago.
Pat had won his matchup. At the end of Monday night, Pat was on top. He was on his way to his first ever finals. He was in the championship.
And that was the year after I came back.
And yeah, you came back. All I know is I get a call. Yo, beloved, why you do me like that? I'm like, yo, what are you talking about? I'm like, yo, what are you talking about? I was like, yo, I'm happy for you. You in the chip, my guy. And this is when we were playing with the randoms. I said, at least one of us is showing out for one of us. Right? Because the year before, one of the randoms won.
Won it. I know, and I didn't play that year.
No, at least one of us is showing out for one of us. I said, yo, he said, nah, I'm not in. I said, what do you mean? He was like, yo, they got me in the third place game. I won. So I look, there was a stat correction that Travis, Patrick's opponent, they corrected the stat and it bumped him up. I think you only beat him by like 0.1 or point. It was a close matchup.
I had beat him by 0.7.
But whatever that stat correction was, bumped him up to win on a Wednesday. After the week was over, your man got bumped from being in the chip to the third place game. And what makes things worse, the guy that took your spot, he ended up winning.
Winning the chip.
So all I know is
you know what made it crazy? When he won the chip, and I looked at his points compared to my points, if I would have been in the chip, I would have won by a larger margin. You feel me? So hold on. Yo, I need y'all to shut the hell up. My bad. My apologies. These dogs are wilding out here in the street.
All I know is us as a league is 0-2 against the randoms, man.
You said what?
I said us as a league is 0-2 against the randoms.
Yo, that doesn't count, man. I don't count that year. I don't count that year. I can't count that year. That's a disrespectful year.
It was tough, man. Like it was hella tough. But you've gone through some. You got obviously, and we've said it before. We always give you your flowers, bro. You've always been one of the high scoring teams in the regular season, and for whatever reason, playoffs doesn't work out for you. Last year, I can honestly say, was your first down year in the EFL. You didn't make the playoffs for the first time.
Very first time I have not made the playoffs.
You have not made the playoffs for the first time, and we've been doing this for years, bro. So for you to have that long of a streak, that salutes to what kind of GM you are. So
I appreciate that, my guy. But honestly, it's only because of the injuries last year. That's the only thing that hurt me last year.
Now, I want to ask you, when you saw Stephon Diggs sitting there at 7, was that a no-brainer? Or was it like, I kind of want to go here?
I was so happy. I got up and did the salsa. I thought I was Victor Cruz for a minute.
Yo, we don't do Victor Cruz, right?
That's my guy.
I'm gonna tell you how I told Trav. We don't talk about Bruno and we don't talk about Giants, all right?
Listen. The people you should be talking about is them damn Patriots. You feel me?
Like, all right, so you draft Stephon Diggs, it wraps around, boom, you see Cooper Kupp. Is that a hesitation?
Never.
Oh, so you knew. So when you saw, you wasn't like, damn, should I go this way? Should I go that way? You already knew.
The only time I was upset in the whole draft situation was my 5th pick, when I believe it was Travis took Kelsey from me. Okay. Everything else besides that was a short pick from my whole starting lineup was a short pick. It wasn't until I got to my bench where I started deciding about stuff.
You know what? I don't think it was Trav. Let me see, because Trav doesn't have Kelsey because he just traded for Darren Waller. I think it might be Drew.
Drew. Yeah, matter of fact, it was Drew. Drew.
So that's why you put that ass whooping on him?
That was part of the reason. I ain't gonna front. I seen Trav, and I'm like, yo, Travis Kelsey gonna put up some points. So I need to send the dogs out there. You feel me? And that's why I put Amari Cooper in this week. I messed up the second week. I messed up week 2. I would have had way more points.
Yeah, me and Travis just mentioned it. You would have scored 200 points if you put Cooper in.
No, I would have scored 200 points. No, I wasn't close to 200 points the week before.
No, not week 1. Well, I'm saying week 2 you didn't put.
Oh yeah, week 2 I should have put up.
That's what I'm saying. If you would have put Amari Cooper, you would have gotten your 200.
My 200. Yeah, you're right.
It was just a bad week for Drew. Like you almost put him 100 piece. My boys shitted on him Monday night.
Hey, congratulations on that W, man.
I needed one because I'm 0-2, man. I'm 0-2.
It's gonna get right. It's gonna get right for you.
You know what? I got faith. And Joey B, I trust. That's what I'm saying. Look, hold on. Like I said, it's not about me. It's about you. It's not about me.
I got you. So look, man, I ain't gonna front. Travis not here today, so I just want to take his spot for today. Trav, I'm not trying to replace you, Trav.
All I'm saying is he let his girl call the shots. So if he can't do the podcast after 7:30, you might have to be the co-host.
What's her name again? Deborah? That was her name?
Yo, that's funny. But I want to ask you another question. Let me just bring it up real quick, just so I can get the right numbers. Um, where is it? When we did the pre-draft rankings, right? The ratings,
Okay.
the post-draft. Sorry, I rated you a 6. Trevor rated you a 6.5 out of 10. Did
I
you
was
feel
upset.
disrespected?
I felt very disrespected.
So what would you say is your rating then?
I'm gonna give it a solid 8.5.
8.5.
A solid 8.5.
Shit. After these first 2 weeks, I think I'll give you a 9. Yeah, I'm gonna
No,
take
I
this
would
back.
I would take the 9. I would take a 9, but my bench, my running backs ain't all the way secure. You feel me? That's the one hole that I see in my whole team is my running backs and my backup QB. You know I've been struggling with finding somebody the last couple of weeks. Because I'm gonna be honest, whoever faces me week 10 has a decent chance of beating me week 10.
Let me
Feel me?
let me go right now. I'll tell you exactly who you playing week 10. I hope it was me because I need an easy dub.
Yeah, it ain't true. I already checked.
Oh.
I got you and Trav and Jalen on the calendar marked up.
Oh, why us?
All right, you and even with your bad luck, bad start this year, you always been a great GM. You always had good teams.
Thank you.
Be real. And then Trav, that's Trav.
Let's be real.
Trav
Nobody
got.
even like Trav. I don't even know why I do this with him.
I don't. You know what? Trav is a tremendous butthole. You feel me? And you're right. Nobody really does like him. Especially after claiming that I was Deborah. That hurt me to the core. But that's beside the point. He's another competitor. He won. Like he took a championship out of my hand. That's how I feel.
You got 2 chips. We can't.
2 chips. And I feel like he took them out of my hands because I get cheated every year or my players are hurt. And then Jalen, I just want to beat Jalen like everyone else does. I'll be real with you. I'll be real. Brian, I already beat Brian. That's my brother. I love him to death. We're gonna have a friendly competition, but I'm gonna whoop that ass every time I see him.
Yo, remember you and Brian are in the same division.
We are.
So you play him again towards the end of the year, so be careful. Because
yeah, I know I gotta be prepared for him. I gotta be prepared.
Now,
of course,
as far as the newcomers, right? Alex,
Conrad,
and Chris, right? I know we should really leave Chris out of it because he's 0-2. He's at the bottom of the bottom. Who are you more scared to face in Conrad's team or Alex's team?
I'm not scared to face none of them.
Oh, talk your shit, boy. Talk your shit.
Now, I'm gonna be real with you, Conrad. I need you to get this W this week coming up. I need you. Because I play you next week, I believe. I need to put that first L under his name.
Yo,
like I'm really trying to set a pace to go undefeated this season, if possible. I'm not going to try to toot my own horn or brag too much, but I feel like I can go undefeated if I play the right people at the right time.
Yeah. Yo,
I believe that.
Your team, like when I look at your roster, I go, damn, you got Lamar Jackson who could put up anywhere between 20 and 40 points a week. You got
50. Let's give him the 50. He did it last week.
I don't think he can do 50 every week, but 20 to 40, I give him that.
He'll give me 50 at least three times out the season.
And then, like you mentioned it, and I said this before, I think you and Brian got the best set of receiving cores in the league. But
I was scared of Brian.
Who's the number one? You got Diggs and Cooper Kupp on the same roster with Amari Cooper balling the fuck out. Ravens defense is tough. Your man's got the kickoff return, first play of the game. Like they can score numbers.
And I picked him up as a receiver as well. He's on my bench.
And Saquon, he looked good week 1. Week 2 was kind of off, so we still don't know what Saquon. Yo, your team is scary, man. Like if I had to face you in the first round of the playoffs, I won't be scared. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you.
I appreciate that, my boy.
But I know you say you circle me, Trav, and Jalen. I'm gonna give you a little extra motivation when you play against Trav, because obviously this pod is not out to the public yet, so nobody knows the Cleo time predictions. But I'm gonna give you Travis's Cleo time.
Okay, let's hear it.
His first Cleo time. He picked Eddie to upset you this week.
I figured that.
He picked Eddie to upset you. I don't know why when you putting up an average of 190 a week, but
What it is,
You,
I know what it is. I know why he picked that.
what is it?
He just wants to see my downfall.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna ask you. Like when you on top, like do you feel like everybody hating, like everybody throwing shots your way? Like how does it feel to be on top? Because I haven't been there in a while.
Well, pause. First of all, let's start with that. Okay. We got to start with that, right? It's like I'm gonna be real. I didn't expect. I expect to put up W's. I do expect that, but to score 190, 180, 170 every week is I don't expect that part. Because
Okay.
like I tell you every week that we talk, I tell you I'm gonna score 150 to 160. That's the mark I always keep.
You definitely and just as you said, yo, you should use this as one of your Clio times. I'm gonna put up 160 this week, and you said it.
The light. I definitely feel like I'm gonna put up 160 again. Now him betting against me is crazy because I told you to bet for me. So because he went against me with the upset, like I would have been happy if he would have been like, yo, he's gonna score 120 points. You feel me?
Yeah.
Because that doesn't solidify him picking me as the L, as the loser. But now that he picked me as the loser, I'm gonna crush him when I play him. I'm gonna crush him.
Yeah. But obviously we mentioned this and we got the votes. We're going to do the draft combine, right? So now my question to you is, how fast is your 40, bro?
Now, Travis was there. I don't know if you came to practice that day, but the fastest I ever ran a 40 official time was a 4.63. That was my official time at that time. I was fresh. I was 17, legs were still under me. Now, I might give it a 5-1.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask everybody what they think they're gonna run, just to see what people like how close you are. So you said a what?
I'm gonna give myself a 5.13.
A 5.13 40 time. Okay.
Facts.
All right. It is what I don't know what I'm running to keep it 100 with you.
I remember you running like a 17.4.
Yo, that's great. A 17.4.
My bad. It was like no, if I can remember correctly, I think it was
no. Yo, like I said, this is not about me. This is about you, my guy. This is your time to shine. Any advice you would give
to Jalen?
To Jalen.
Just continue losing.
To Jalen.
Just continue losing and you'll retain your golden shackle trophy. You feel me? I'm rooting for him. Owen everything will be perfect for him.
So, do you think he gets a dub this week?
Yeah, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm hoping he don't. Now let me stop. Nah, I hope everybody can catch at least 2 dubs this season, man. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna be politically correct.
Nah, this is not a show about being politically correct. Do you think Jalen gets a win this year?
No. And if he does, it's by the skin of his teeth.
And before I let you go, with the recent trades going on, is Jeff and Alex colluded? Because
I'm gonna keep it 100. It seems like every time somebody's about to play you, there's a lot of movement from the opposite.
For me to be winless, people are scared to play me with their rosters. Like they gotta bump up their rosters to play me.
Now there's a reason. There's a reason. That would be a reason why there is collusion, because he is playing against you, and it just seems to be just a pattern that every week somebody has to make 3 to 4 trades to beat you, which is incredibly retarded, to be real with you. You feel me? Because you should have enough confidence in the team that you draft, right or wrong.
You're right, but I think the trades Jeff has made has definitely helped out his team tremendously.
A whole lot. Now, I'm glad that you said that, because Jeff is a guy that drafts 13 quarterbacks and 1 running back. So it's like, if anybody's gonna make trades all season, it's gonna be Jeff.
Yeah.
And he's known to break the bank for the people that he wants. Now, you know me, I'm not active on the waiver wire like that. But Jesus Christ, Jeff done beat me the last 4 years combined
Jeff,
on that waiver tap.
Jeff, I say it every time. Jeff spends money like a rich white girl.
Man, remind me of Britney Spears and her friends.
Yo, oh, to the people listening, obviously it's probably like only 3 people listening because I don't know why the fuck we make this. We should at least get 12 listens alone from the league, but nah.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why I listen.
Say? What's your message from being up to? What do you want to say to the peasants of the EFL kingdom?
Man, come on, you guys ain't peasants, man. You guys are family that are just beneath me. Okay, okay. Let's start there. But I want to say to the fellas, yo, y'all got to start paying attention to this podcast because it's hilarious. That's number one. Every week, you guys have me dying.
Yo, we try our best.
There's 4 podcasts I listen to faithfully, and this is one of them.
Yo,
all right.
Like we try our best. We're looking into like getting better equipment just to make the quality better of this. But I also just a quick little jump to another thing. I heard that you're trying to sue Jalen Waddle for his celebration.
Yes, I did because that used to be my walk in high school. People don't realize. You feel me?
That's why I brought it up.
like me, Fabian. You feel me? Me and Fabian had it. We was the Waddle twins.
Yo. I'm glad you knew exactly where I was going with that.
I know where you was going with that joke. It's all right, Mr. Clean Ballhead. I get it.
All right, so that's been another episode of the EFL Fantasy Football Podcast.
Yes, sir. Yo, I got one request.
What's up?
I would like to be like the 3rd co-host, man. Make it work, man. Sign the contract. Send the contract over.
Sign the what Mike Tyson said, sign the paper, big boy. Yo, we gotta figure that out, man. Maybe me, you, and Trav, we talk offline and we figure out, or if it's not a full-time co, maybe you come through with your own little segment.
I like that.
What I'm thinking, and hear me out, maybe you give Stardom Sidham advice to the league and you call it Protect Your Neck.
I like that. I like that segment. I like protect that. Protect that right there.
Pat, bro, we haven't seen each other in a while, bro. I love you always, man. Thanks for being a part of this. Thanks for listening. Thanks for being a part of the league, man.
Hey, man, we go back like shot Strohs and baby car seats.
Shot Strohs holding Brian's leg upside down. We thought he was going to die.
We still never figured it out. Was it Kool-Aid or blood that was coming out his nose?
Probably a mixture of both.
I believe it because he is a little scrambled up there, so the blood probably was gushing out a little bit. But I love you, man. You my brother.
All I remember is like how I'm gonna tell my mom we killed Brian.
It was the coquito that did it.
He was gone for like 5 minutes, not moving.
I was like, yo, I know we ain't just killed my brother. Damn. Damn, yo.
That's crazy.
But I love y'all, man. I appreciate the time on here, man.
It, bro. Stay safe out there, man. And I'm here, Brody.
Always, bro. Love, man.
Later, bro.
Peace.